Hi friends, Analia here. Today, we're going to assemble my retro handheld gaming console card. So I have all of the pieces cut here, and I've cut the text for the screen and the little birthday cake with some adhesive vinyl to make that easier, and I have the transfer tape. And I have a pen and the interior for the card for our message. And then I also have foam to pop some of the buttons. And my Barely Art craft glue. I've got a couple of weeding tools and a spatula and our bone folder. We're going to start by assembling the front of the card. So I'm going to take our green color for the screen and glue our dark gray piece on top. Make sure as you're gluing the pieces, you line everything up so that the most rounded edge is in the bottom right corner. You want to make sure you're putting glue on the correct side of things so you don't have to recut if you make a mistake. Now we're going to line this up. And the glue gives us a little bit of wiggle room to slide things into place. And then we'll give that a good press. Next, we're going to take our light gray front piece, make sure we line that up right, and flip that over and add our glue. The front piece has holes for the A and B buttons and the D-pad that are smaller than the actual button, and these are here to just help you line up where those buttons go. So whether you're going to glue those flat or use pop dots or the matching colored foam to pop those forward, they are just going to be hidden underneath the button, but they'll help you place them in the correct spot. Now we'll take our front piece and line that up, and we'll give that a good press. Now we have this little dark gray for the accent on top. This piece is symmetrical, so we can just go ahead and add our glue to either side. And then just line up the sides with the two little prongs poking out. And this gives us the nice detail for the molding of the plastic on the top of the device. Next, we're going to take our adhesive vinyl. So I'm going to grab my weeding tool and weed out the excess vinyl. There's a couple little small bits inside the B and the D. Now we'll peel the backing off of our transfer tape and stick that down over our birthday cake and HBD letters. And then I'm going to use my bone folder here to burnish the transfer tape on top of the vinyl. And burnish that really well to make sure that we pick up all of the letters. Now we're going to kind of center this into the screen area. And then again, I'm going to use that bone folder to burnish the vinyl down and then peel off our transfer tape. Now we're going to add our buttons. So again, we have these little small pieces to help us align things. Whether we're going to glue them directly down to the card or use pop dots or foam. So I'm going to use my foam here. I have a little bit of red already cut. I'm just going to cut that in half and stick that onto my buttons. And then again, use my little circles there to help line up the position of my buttons. And then I'll do the same for the other red button. Now I'll take a piece of black foam and cut that for the D-pad. Line some up in the center, and then I'm going to cut a little bit more for each side just to make sure that the entire button is supported. And then I'll peel off the protective tape. And line that up on the little cutout and give that a good press. And there we have the front of the card with our little pop-up buttons. Next, we're going to glue the white insert into the card. So take your card base, fold it along the center, and give it a good score. Again, make sure that it opens with the larger round corner in the bottom right. And then we'll line up our insert and glue that down. Center that in there and give it a good press. Lastly, we'll glue the front onto the card base. Again, you could use tape here, but I really like glue because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room when you're lining things up. And there we have our retro handheld gaming console card. Thanks for crafting with me today. I'll see you next time.